Tim Allen appeared on The View to promote his latest project, expecting a light-hearted conversation about his career and upcoming work. Known for his comedic style, Allen began the interview with humor and charm, engaging with the hosts and sharing personal stories. However, that discussion took a sharp turn when Joy Behar posed a provocative question about a controversial topic, catching Allen off guard and setting the stage for tension. Behar's question touched on politics and societal issues, subjects Tim Allen rarely addresses publicly. Allen attempted a measured response, drawing on personal experience rather than engaging in confrontation. His calm approach was met with continued prodding from Behar, whose persistent tone escalated the situation. Viewers immediately sensed a shift in energy, as light-hearted banter began to morph into a more serious and heated exchange. Tim Allen's frustration grew subtly at first, marked by slight pauses and careful wording. He tried to maintain professionalism, but Behar's persistence challenged his patience. The conversation began to veer into areas outside Allen's comfort zone, leading him to clarify his positions and push back against what he perceived as mischaracterizations of his views. As the discussion progressed, the tension became increasingly noticeable. Allen's tone sharpened, though he remained articulate and composed. His body language suggested mounting irritation, with gestures that underscored his desire to regain control of the conversation. Viewers watching live could feel the strain, recognizing the delicate balance between humor, opinion, and confrontation. Behar continued pressing, attempting to dissect Allen's response further. This led to a cycle of questioning and rebuttal, highlighting differences in perspective between the host and the guest. The audience's reactions varied, with some sympathizing with Allen's frustration, while others praised Behar's persistence in seeking clarity. Social media began lighting up with opinions as clips of the clash circulated online. Tim Allen, a veteran of live television, displayed a mix of humor and assertiveness in defending his views. He emphasized that personal beliefs should not overshadow professionalism or the purpose of the interview. Despite his composure, the escalating tension made it clear that the discussion had crossed from playful debate into a confrontational exchange, signaling the potential for a dramatic outcome. At one point, Behar made a remark that Allen interpreted as dismissive. His response was calm but firm, signaling that he would not tolerate what he viewed as disrespect. This moment marked a turning point, as the audience sensed that Allen's patience was nearing its limit. His controlled yet pointed rebuttal reflected both his experience and his frustration with the direction of the conversation. Viewers noted the contrast between Allen's measured responses and Behar's insistent questioning. While Allen attempted to redirect the conversation toward his work and career, Behar's persistence continued to push him into defensive territory. The live studio atmosphere became increasingly tense, with co-hosts attempting to mediate while the exchange intensified. Tim Allen highlighted his career achievements and the importance of discussing issues respectfully. He stressed that while debate is healthy, personal attacks or overly provocative remarks can disrupt constructive conversation. His statements resonated with many viewers, who appreciated his ability to defend himself without resorting to hostility or aggression. Despite the high-pressure environment, attempts by co-hosts to steer the discussion toward neutral topics were met with resistance. Allen and Behar were locked in a dynamic that neither side seemed willing to compromise. The energy in the studio was palpable, and the live audience appeared divided, mirroring the online debate that began unfolding as clips of the confrontation circulated on social media platforms. Social media immediately exploded with commentary, memes, and reactions to Allen's increasingly frustrated demeanor. Fans expressed support, praising his composure and willingness to stand his ground. Others argued that he overreacted, fueling a heated debate about celebrity behavior, media responsibility, and the nature of live television confrontations. The tension escalated further when Behar followed up with another pointed question. Allen's patience visibly waned as he struggled to remain diplomatic while addressing the implications of her remarks. Viewers noticed subtle cues, from tone changes to hand gestures, indicating that Allen's next move could significantly alter the trajectory of the interview. Allen eventually reached a breaking point. He firmly articulated his perspective, making it clear that he would no longer tolerate repeated questioning of a personal nature. His measured tone conveyed seriousness, emphasizing that continued provocation was inappropriate. This marked the moment when viewers realized a confrontation of greater magnitude was imminent. The culmination of tension came when Allen decided to stand his ground decisively. He interrupted the discussion, signaling that he would no longer participate in the exchange under the current circumstances. The studio audience and co-hosts were stunned, recognizing that a live walkout was imminent, a rare moment in daytime television history. Tim Allen's decision to leave the set was deliberate yet calm. He gathered his composure, made a brief statement emphasizing respect and professional boundaries, and exited the studio. The sudden departure left the hosts momentarily speechless, while viewers online reacted instantly to the dramatic moment. Clips of the walkout went viral, sparking widespread discussion. Entertainment outlets quickly dissected the incident, analyzing Allen's body language, tone, and choice of words. Analysts debated whether the conflict was avoidable and how live interviews can spiral unexpectedly. Many commentators noted that Allen's professionalism in exiting gracefully reflected both experience and self-respect in the face of confrontation. Fans of Tim Allen praised his composure, highlighting that he prioritized dignity over placation. Social media posts emphasized the importance of standing up for oneself, particularly in high-pressure public settings. Allen's response resonated as a reminder that even public figures must maintain boundaries, reinforcing his image as both a respected entertainer and a principled individual. Critics speculated about the long-term implications for The View and its approach to celebrity interviews. Some argued that the show should reconsider the style of questioning, while others claimed that conflict is an inevitable part of live television. The incident highlighted the delicate balance between engaging dialogue and maintaining respectful interaction with guests. Behar later addressed the incident, defending her line of questioning as intended to foster discussion. She emphasized that her questions were meant to provoke thought rather than attack Allen personally. Nonetheless, public opinion remained divided, sparking debates about host responsibility, tone, and the limits of persistent inquiry in televised interviews. Interviews with viewers revealed a mix of reactions. Many admired Allen's decision to assert himself and maintain composure, while some criticized his choice to leave the discussion abruptly. The debate highlighted broader societal conversations about civility, personal boundaries, and professional conduct in highly publicized interactions. Media outlets continued to analyze the incident for days. Experts broke down every verbal exchange, hand movement, and facial expression. The viral nature of the clips illustrated how quickly public perception can spread, and how even a brief moment on live television can dominate entertainment news cycles and social media discussions worldwide. Tim Allen's team issued a statement clarifying his perspective. They emphasized that Allen values respectful dialogue but will not compromise personal dignity under pressure. This statement reinforced Allen's image as a principled figure, ensuring that his departure from the studio was seen as a stand for respect rather than anger or unprofessional behavior. Analysts observed that the incident could influence how future celebrity interviews are conducted. Producers may adopt more careful phrasing or prepare for sensitive topics in advance. Allen's response serves as a reminder of the challenges inherent in live television, where unplanned moments can quickly escalate into widely discussed controversies. Social media commentary continued to focus on Allen's walkout, with many fans creating memes and reaction videos highlighting his composure and assertiveness. The incident became a trending topic, sparking conversations about celebrity boundaries, interview tactics, and the role of hosts in balancing curiosity with respect. The clash prompted discussion about the broader responsibilities of talk show hosts. Experts debated the ethics of persistent questioning on sensitive subjects and how public figures are expected to respond. Allen's calm handling of the situation became a reference point for discussions about conflict resolution, professional demeanor, and self-respect in public life. Despite the controversy, Allen's career remained unaffected. His fans continued to celebrate his work in television and film, and the incident reinforced his reputation as someone who can stand firm under pressure. The walkout was widely interpreted as a demonstration of integrity and professionalism, rather than a lapse in judgment. Entertainment journalists noted that such confrontations, while rare, serve as a case study for live television dynamics. Allen's measured approach contrasted with the expected dramatics of daytime talk shows, showing that grace under pressure can resonate more powerfully than confrontational theatrics. Viewers reflected on the incident as a reminder of the importance of boundaries. Allen's refusal to continue engaging in the heated exchange exemplified personal strength, and many praised him for choosing dignity over prolonging conflict. His decision set a precedent for future interactions between celebrities and media hosts. Over time, the public's opinion solidified in Allen's favor, with many noting that his calm yet firm handling of the situation was commendable. The incident became a talking point for discussions about civility, professionalism, and self-respect, inspiring debates about how public figures navigate challenging questions in high-stakes environments. Ultimately, the clash between Tim Allen and Joy Behar on The View became a defining moment in daytime television. Allen's decision to walk away rather than compromise his principles was widely praised, leaving a lasting impression on fans, media professionals, and audiences worldwide. His actions underscored the power of self-respect and dignity in the public eye. Following the broadcast, entertainment news outlets delved deeper into the clash, highlighting the tension that had built up over the course of the interview. Analysts examined every exchange, noting how Allen's calm yet firm responses contrasted with Behar's relentless questioning. Many emphasized that the incident was a rare example of a guest walking away from a live discussion without resorting to insults or theatrics. Behind the scenes, producers admitted that the exchange had exceeded expectations for a daytime interview. Staff members recounted attempts to redirect the conversation toward lighter topics, but Allen's and Behar's differing communication styles made mediation difficult. The situation underscored how unpredictable live television can be, even with experienced hosts and guests. Social media erupted immediately, with fans praising Allen for his composure. Memes, reaction videos, and commentary flooded platforms like Twitter and TikTok, emphasizing his decision to maintain dignity under pressure. Many viewers framed the walkout as a lesson in professionalism, showing that it is possible to leave a tense situation without escalating conflict. Some commentators noted the generational and ideological differences between Allen and Behar. Allen's approach, rooted in humor and directness, clashed with Behar's probing and often confrontational style. This contrast amplified the tension and highlighted the challenges of bridging communication gaps in high-pressure live television settings. Industry experts pointed out that walkouts on live shows are rare, particularly by veteran entertainers. Allen's choice to leave gracefully demonstrated both experience and self-respect. His handling of the situation became a case study in maintaining professionalism while asserting personal boundaries in a public setting with millions watching live. Following the incident, interviews with audience members revealed mixed reactions. Some expressed admiration for Allen's courage in standing up for himself, while others felt disappointed by the abrupt ending. The diversity of responses mirrored larger societal conversations about civility, respect, and the pressures of public life for celebrities. Allen's official statement after the incident clarified his perspective. He emphasized that he values thoughtful dialogue but will not participate in exchanges that compromise personal respect. The message resonated widely, reinforcing his image as a principled figure who balances humor, honesty, and integrity, even in heated situations. Media analysts debated whether the incident might affect Allen's future appearances on talk shows. While some suggested it could make producers cautious, others argued that his composure and professionalism would strengthen his reputation, showing that he can handle challenging encounters without losing credibility or fan support. Online discussions highlighted the power of social media in shaping public perception. Clips of Allen's walkout circulated widely, generating millions of views. Fans praised his measured tone and refusal to engage in escalating conflict, while critics debated whether he could have handled the questions differently, fueling continued interest in the story. The incident also sparked broader debates about the responsibilities of talk show hosts. Experts questioned how hosts can ask probing questions without crossing into personal or inflammatory territory. Allen's walkout provided a clear example of what can happen when boundaries are not respected, emphasizing the delicate balance required in live interviews. Despite the controversy, Allen continued his promotional tour without issue. He focused on discussing his new projects, connecting with fans, and maintaining his usual sense of humor. The incident, while dramatic, did not overshadow his work, and many fans viewed his walkout as a demonstration of strength and authenticity rather than anger or unprofessionalism. Some journalists framed the clash as a teachable moment for both hosts and guests. Allen's ability to assert his boundaries while remaining respectful was highlighted as a model for navigating tense exchanges. The situation demonstrated that even experienced entertainers must be prepared for unexpected challenges during live broadcasts. Discussions about the incident extended beyond entertainment news. Analysts drew parallels to workplace dynamics, emphasizing the importance of maintaining composure and asserting boundaries in professional environments. Allen's response was used as an example of how to address tension without escalating conflict or losing credibility. Over time, public opinion increasingly favored Allen. Fans celebrated his calm demeanor and refusal to be baited into hostility, framing the incident as a demonstration of integrity. Social media continued to highlight moments from the exchange, showing that even brief interactions can leave lasting impressions on audiences worldwide. The Tim Allen and Joy Behar clash ultimately became a defining moment in daytime television. Allen's decision to walk away rather than compromise his principles resonated with viewers and media analysts alike. His actions highlighted the importance of self-respect, professionalism, and courage in navigating high-pressure public situations, leaving an enduring mark on the entertainment industry. As discussions around the clash continued, many viewers revisited older interviews featuring Allen to compare his demeanor. They noted that he has consistently shown patience and humor, even when faced with difficult questions. This contrast made the incident on The View stand out even more, reinforcing the idea that the situation had crossed a personal boundary he was not willing to ignore. Joy Behar, meanwhile, received mixed reactions from viewers. Some defended her assertive interviewing style, arguing that her role is to challenge guests. Others felt she had pushed too far and failed to read the tone of the conversation. Commentators pointed out that this moment showcased the thin line between tough interviewing and perceived antagonism. Producers of The View privately acknowledged that the moment would likely be analyzed for years to come. They reviewed the footage repeatedly, examining how the conversation escalated. Internal discussions even revolved around adjusting future interview protocols to prevent similar misunderstandings and ensure guests feel heard, not cornered. Public relations experts weighed in, noting that Allen's walkout, though surprising, might actually strengthen his brand. They pointed out that his choice to disengage rather than fuel the tension made him appear thoughtful and mature. In a media environment where conflict is often sensationalized, his deliberate calmness provided a refreshing contrast. Fans of Allen shared personal stories online about how his work has impacted them. Many highlighted his decades-long career, praising his ability to stay grounded despite fame. These heartfelt posts amplified support for him and shifted the conversation away from the clash itself toward the legacy he continues to build as an entertainer. Meanwhile, the show's staff expressed concern about the potential long-term repercussions for guest bookings. Some feared the incident could create reluctance among celebrities wary of combative questioning. This led to internal brainstorming sessions on how to balance engaging conversations with making guests feel respected and comfortable. Despite the intense public scrutiny, Allen maintained a lighthearted attitude during subsequent media appearances. He joked about the incident, downplaying the drama and emphasizing that disagreements are a natural part of public life. This humor helped ease tensions and reminded fans why he remains such a beloved figure. Analysts pointed to the incident as a broader reflection of the current media climate. They argued that polarized opinions and heightened emotions often bleed into live interviews, creating unpredictable moments. Allen's walkout became symbolic of how public figures navigate media landscapes that can shift from friendly to confrontational in seconds. The incident also raised questions about the expectations placed on celebrities during interviews. Experts noted that while entertainers promote their work, they often face invasive or aggressively framed questions. Allen's walkout reignited discussions about redefining boundaries to support healthier, more respectful interview dynamics. Several entertainment magazines published detailed timelines of the clash, analyzing every comment exchanged. These breakdowns sparked further debate, with readers evaluating who was at fault and how the situation could have been escalated. Regardless of perspective, the overwhelming conclusion was that the moment captured raw, unscripted television at its peak. Joy Behar eventually addressed the incident on air, offering her own interpretation of the exchange. She emphasized that her intention was never to upset guests and expressed surprise at Alan's reaction. Her comments generated fresh waves of discussion, illustrating how deeply the moment had resonated with audiences. Despite differing opinions, both Alan and Behar became the center of a national conversation about communication. Commentators encouraged viewers to see the clash as an example of how differing communication styles can lead to unintended conflict. The dialogue surrounding the incident ultimately expanded beyond entertainment into real-world interpersonal lessons. As the incident gradually moved past its peak in public attention, fans revisited Alan's body of work to shift the focus back to his achievements. His iconic roles and comedic talent reminded the public why he has remained relevant for decades. The clash became only one chapter in a long, successful career. Industry insiders later expressed admiration for the way Alan handled the aftermath. He refused to escalate tensions or speak poorly of anyone involved. Instead, he focused on his work and his connection with fans. This restraint further cemented his reputation as a genuine, grounded figure in Hollywood. In the end, the clash between Tim Allen and Joy Behar became a memorable moment in daytime television history. It reminded viewers that even seasoned professionals can face unexpected challenges. Yet Allen's response, calm, principled, and composed, left a lasting impression, shaping how audiences perceive authenticity, integrity, and respect in public life.